Hi, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here. You may have noticed that I started creating videos again after a 3-month hiatus. Time just flies, but there is a reason that I was quiet creating new videos, and that is because I was behind the scenes designing my brand new website. I have an all new version of PaigePoppe.com that I released this week, and it was a huge change, not just in the design, but in the functionality, the organization, the shop. And because I designed the website, I know all of the ins and outs and great features it has, but you may not have seen all of the little special details and how it is different from my old website. So I'm sitting down today and I'm going to walk you through. I've said this many times so far about this website, but I really created it with you in mind. I wanted you to have a more beautiful, fun, organized experience when you come to my site. Whether you are just browsing or reading the blog, watching a video of mine, or collecting an art piece for yourself, I just knew that there was a lot of improvement. So I'll be sharing my design process with you today. We're gonna jump on, let's dive in. First, we're going to head to my website. If you've never visited before, it is my name, PaigePoppe.com, and here we are. It's looking so beautiful, if I do say so myself. It's kind of funny to compliment it considering I designed it, but I've been designing my own website for years, and this is definitely my best ever. So when you come to the site, you will see it's full screen now. In case you don't remember what my old website looked like, there is this cool tool online called Wayback Machine, and it allows you to see all the past versions of your site. If I click here, you can see how the layout used to be. And with this tool, not all the photos have moved over, but I mainly wanted you to see how the navigation has changed and just the overall layout. You'll see we had the white borders, not everything was full screen. And looking at this, you just get this full, beautiful page view, and I really feel like it shows off my artwork a lot better, the color, the vibrancy, and the detail that I put into it. And you'll also notice that I did give my brand a little refresh. So I still have my same logo, and I typically would use the black lettered version of my logo, and I still will continue to use that on my product design. But for the website, I wanted to have a new fresh color scheme. We've got this beautiful orange, sandy color, peaches, pinks, and then you right away know that I'm an artist. On my previous homepage, I feel like you didn't get the whole story of who I am and what I do. So now you can see right away that I have my product roundup here, and I chose to feature my Technicolor Botanical collection front and center first thing because this is my signature art collection and has inspired many of my pieces beyond it. So you now have this lovely carousel and you can click through it. And I love this because right away you can come to my site and really see my signature artwork, what I'm known for, and it gives you that first taste of my style and what you can expect. If you keep scrolling, you get to learn a little bit about me, and you don't even have to click into anything. That info is right there, when previously you had to go onto my About page. If you do want to go to my About page, you can click it here, but I like having this incorporated because while the artwork in the shop is important, I want people to know who I am and why I paint what I paint. And then of course the blog gets some nice real estate here. Like I said, now that I have the website designed, I am back to creating videos and other content like blogging. And I want you to be able to come to my site and immediately have something to read and enjoy. So then these will get changed out as I create new content each week. Then we've got another little photo here. I just want to showcase one of my favorite paintings, which is my Prickly Prism painting here. And then we have another carousel of my watercolor art prints. My art print collection is nearing 100 different prints now. So I wanted to highlight the item that I have the most variety with, and then you can click into these here. Then you have the ability here to enter your email and become a reader of mine because I stay in touch with my audience every couple of weeks or so. And then I have my Instagram linked here toward the bottom. I have heard a lot of advice previously that you shouldn't link to your social media so prominently on your website because you want people to stay on your website. But I put a lot of thought and care into my Instagram, and I think it shows a really great variety of me working and my products and my original paintings, so it gives you a little insight that you might not otherwise get just being here on the site. Something that I really love that's new is this little bottom bar here. It lets you know that my art is made in Scottsdale. This button is not clickable, but the rest of these are, so you can head to see my list of retailers where my art is carried. You can meet me, or you can go to the FAQ page. And these things were not as prominent before, so I like that they have 2 locations now on my site. There is a search bar here at the bottom, which is great because now there's search capability on the top and the bottom, and previously it wasn't even on the top. It was so hidden. So that alone is just the homepage, but I love how much more informative it is. And now I think we should head into the navigation. Up on the top left here, like I said, we have search capability on the top and the bottom of every page now. If we look back at my old website, there was no search function at the top, no search function at the bottom, and the only way to go into search was to click my blog, and then there was a search bar here on the side. So I don't think that was getting enough use at all. Now you can go ahead and type in a product you're looking for, like something with a saguaro on it, and you immediately get this list of my greeting cards, watercolor prints, notepads, stickers, and more things that feature saguaros. So that is wonderful. Or if you type in a blogging or video topic like skincare, that pops right up here as well, which is my 7 must-haves for sun protection. My goal for the 2019 summer was to not get sunburned, and it is going great so far thanks to these favorites. Okay, let's jump into the navigation. I'm not going to go into everything, but let's click into the shop because this is what took the most time and effort and organization. So in my previous website, when you clicked shop, this is what you were given. The first page had all of my products, which was awesome, but then you had these categories and they were decent. You know, you could see bags, books, calendar, pins and patches, stationery, but 2 things that I didn't love. The categories were pretty broad, and secondly, you could not search by anything else besides these categories. So you will see with the new shop why it's so awesome. So we'll click on it and we get this beautiful drop down menu. And let's look at stationery, for example. You can still click on stationery and get a beautiful view of all the stationery I offer. As a side note, I now have 5 products wide on my website instead of 3 previously, so that's great. But yes, you get this great overview of all the variety. But now if you want to narrow down into a smaller category, underneath stationery there are some nested categories, which is greeting cards, notepads, and book. So you really can zero in on what you are wanting, which I love. You know, it's very clean now. There's just 2 notepads to choose from instead of like having to sift through everything to find them. Same thing goes for the tech section, for example. Now you really get to see all the different options of phone cases, mouse pads, and iPad, Kindle cases. And I'll tell you a little secret about the old tech section of my website. So logistically, my old website was on Squarespace and my new website is on Shopify. And I think both platforms are wonderful, but I had simply outgrown Squarespace because their shop pages have a 200 product limit. And they advertise unlimited products as a capability of Squarespace, which is true. But in order to have that, you have to have multiple shop pages with each 200 products max. And personally, I have about 315 designs and original paintings in my product line. So I had figured out a hack to get those extra 115 products to squeeze into my website. Obviously this was not ideal, and I was starting to really hit the ceiling on that, and I had no room to grow. So that was a huge motivation for moving to Shopify, because I knew, like for fall and holiday, for example, I design a lot of new products. I usually do a full new collection of my 2020 calendar will be coming up, ornaments, greeting cards, art prints, new stickers, like the whole shebang. And I knew that there was simply no more room on my Squarespace site at all. And it was kind of stunting me creatively because I wasn't feeling excited to create this whole new collection for the fall when I was worried about how I was even going to share it with you. So that problem is thankfully solved. And the tech section reminded me of that little story because if you'll see, now all my phone cases are here. I have like what, 10 or 11? Yeah, 11 designs. And I was so limited by the amount of products that I had that I had to have one listing for the phone cases that had all 11 designs within it. So you just didn't get this beautiful look at everything that's available. It wasn't very visually pleasing. You had to do a lot of digging. And so now it's just here for you to enjoy. As a little side note, if you are liking the phone cases I have featuring my art, I do recommend that you get one soon. I really disappointingly found out that my printer that creates these for me is discontinuing phone cases from their shop. They are moving into like clear designs, which are not up to my quality standards. I do not like them. They're like thin and flimsy, and they do not show artwork off vibrantly. So I'm really bummed that soon I will no longer have phone cases in my shop. So I'm just telling you now, if you want one, now is the time to get one. And I'm so sorry this is happening. I will of course start looking for a new printer. If you are disappointed, I am just as disappointed as you are, because I think it's like pretty silly. Anyway, rant over. Let's get back into the shop. I went into a couple of these categories here, but tucked over here is probably my favorite part of the whole new site. So you only could shop by category before, and you now can shop by collection and theme. Oh, this is so exciting. So it always bothered me that you couldn't come to my shop and search for a theme. You know I have a lot of cactus art, but what if you wanted to look at my designs with flowers or animals? You didn't have any ability to seek those things out. You had to go into each category and then find what you were liking in each category. So now you can shop by theme. We have animals, cactus, eyes, floral, gardening, landscape, lettering, and plants. This is not only great for your personal taste, but let's say you're looking for a gift for a friend and you're not sure if you want to get them a mug or an art print, like you kind of just want to see what's available, but you do know that they love animals. You can click right on the animal section and you can see everything I've created that has animals on it. This is so great. So you can be like, wow, my friend loves quail and butterflies, so I'm going to get her the desert quail sticker and the butterfly babe greeting card. It's just the best my art has ever been organized, really. And you can also not only shop by theme, but by collection. And collection pertains more to like the art collections that I have released and named. Like I said when we were on the homepage, my Technicolor Botanical collection is my signature collection. So now you can go and see all of the art that fits into that category. There's 2 pages here, but I also have my Desert Candy collection, which are all these sugary, sweet pink and purple tones that I've created art in. And maybe even some collections you didn't know I have, like my Dark Desert collection or the Groovy Baby collection, which was my newest release that is really wild, funky, has this fun 60s, 70s vibe. So the collections are all organized now, and I love that you can come and see the collection as a whole, because that's how it works inside my brain. It's not just about each piece. It's really about making everything cohesive and coordinate together. I think that's all I have to say about the shop. I hope it makes it a much more enjoyable experience for you. And now we are ready to grow for fall and holiday of 2019. The last thing I want to show you is the blog and how much it has improved from my old site. So let's take a look at that first. Once again, the pictures aren't loading, but basically you can see it was just a scrolling view of all of my posts here. There was no way to seek out specific categories of posts or seek out exactly what you're looking for. So let's see how the new blog looks. We'll click on it here. And right away, this is what I was hoping for my site, was that when you came to the blog, you didn't just see one post, you immediately saw that there were some options of what you could look through. And yes, at the top now, if you click this little filter button here, you can go into these different categories like art, DIY, video, and I'm gonna add in a little like lifestyle beauty section here for this sun protection post to go into. So let's click on DIY. You've got how to set up a watercolor palette, my DIY travel watercolor kit. So there's a new blog. It's all set up for you to enjoy, and lots of new posts will be coming from me. So get excited. That's the last thing I wanted to touch on. There's of course the about page, my services, my portfolio. This is where you can go if you're looking to hire me for your project, and you can see everything that I offer. But I mainly wanted to show you what was so different from my old website. I really did make this with you in mind, so I hope that you love it. And if you do, comment below. Let me know if you've had a chance to check out the new website and what your favorite part is. And I'm looking forward to sending you some art in the future. Thanks so much for being here and for watching. If you're watching this this video from my blog, thanks so much for checking out the new site. And if you are watching this video from YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here for my future videos that are all about my artwork and my creative life. And until my next one, I'm sending all of my positive and creative vibes your way. Bye.